Hey y'all. Okay, perfect. I think my intro didn't start today. Why did my intro start today? Hey y'all. Let's see. There it is. That sucks.
This is your moment, this is your life. 'Cause empires rise where ideas ignite. This is your moment, this is your life.
Hey guys. Oh my God, my intro did not start right. I do not like that at all. When my intro didn't come in right, we got to get the mood like fired up. And I'm running late. So, I wanted my intro to come in like but that's not what happened. And I was like a little disappointed, but I hope everyone is doing amazing. I am here today. My name is Dee Williams. If this is your first time here, I know I'm getting a lot of new subscribers. I welcome each and every one of you. And I help professionals set up and scale their businesses. I'm mainly known for staffing businesses, but on the back end, I've been building technology for the past, I would say 7-10 years now, and now I'm teaching that as well. So welcome to my channel. I appreciate you being here. And please do me a favor, like and subscribe this video. If you're on YouTube, if you're on LinkedIn, like and subscribe. I don't think you subscribe, but please like and follow. And share this video with somebody that you feel like will find the information valuable for you. Today, I want to talk about this $1 trillion labor market that I feel like a lot of people aren't really discussing. And over the past 20-25 years, I've been in the world of recruiting and staffing, where I help people build their niche recruitment and staffing agency businesses. I also am a recruiter, and so that has been my core job pretty much my entire life. And so I would say now it's been like since 2015, right? 2013, 14. I've been helping entrepreneurs build their staffing agencies and watching them grow their staffing agencies. And for some of y'all start, stop. Some of you started and just blown me away. And so it's been a very rewarding journey hanging out with staffingpreneurs and helping them to take their ideas to a whole different level. And now we're in a space where artificial intelligence and robots are not like the future. It's like here. It's not something that we're reading in sci-fi books or that we're predicting to come. It's here, like now, literally here. And it's becoming a part of our lives, right? It's being intertwined into society. And if you have been paying attention, if you're not living under a rock, a lot of companies are trying to figure out, how do I add AI to my business? How do I cut costs? How do I increase efficiency? And, we're going to just keep all cards on the table. Some of them are saying, how do I replace my staff? We can't deny that those conversations are actually happening in the boardrooms. And so that really puts us in a very interesting place, right? And I'm not talking as a business owner right now. I'm talking as someone who wakes up every day that is thinking about, how do I provide for my family, right? How do I take care of my family? How do I create a legacy, leave a legacy, all of those things? What does this mean for me, right? What does that mean for you? And so many people are working jobs and they know that they're, behind the walls, these employers are having these different conversations, and you kind of get worried, right? Like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to keep my job? Am I going to be able to have something stable or what have you? That's a very valid feeling. And I want you to hold on to that, because I'm coming back around to that. Then you got your entrepreneur who is like, okay, you know, work is looking a little bit different, right? You've heard the term, you've seen the hashtags, the future of work. I don't know if anybody was actually thinking the future of work would be this or what we're about to experience, but We've been having the conversations for many years about what the future of work looks like. And we're here now, and it's evolving. We're in the thick of it. If you haven't figured that out, we're at the starting point of the thick of it, but it's coming, and it's going to evolve even more, and AI is going to be on the forefronts, and robots and robotics are going to be on the forefront. And so what does that mean for you as someone who is who is an employee, or someone who is even an entrepreneur? What does that mean for you? The future of work, all of the AI and jobs and all of those things. And I want to tell you a few things. One, it's time to start looking at work a little bit differently, right? I think we have about 5 more years, maybe 10, and where work looks and feels the way it currently does. And this is me just listening to, the people who are running the technology, the people who are pushing money towards the technology, all of those things. So that means that it's time for you to start thinking about what's the evolution of you, what's the next version of you. Okay. And how does that feel? What does that look like? What do you imagine for yourself? I need you thinking there. That's the starting point. The second piece is, how do you get in on it? Because you don't want to be left behind. And I'm not telling you that you've got to go in and prepare yourself to replace yourself. But what I am saying is that you've got to start thinking about what's the next version of me in this new world, in this new version of society where AI and robots rule, okay? Or where they are a key part of, I don't say they rule, that sounds pretty strong, but where they are a key part of society, right? Of how we move, how we work, how we live, and those different things. So today I have a PowerPoint presentation for you, because I always got a PowerPoint. And I want to talk a little bit about this $1 trillion opportunity, because I feel like this is something that no one is talking about. And if you haven't figured it out, work is eventually going to evolve and become automated. Everything is going to ultimately become automated, but you're going to see a lot of it with work. And that's where you see this $10 trillion opportunity coming in. And the question is like, are you going to be the person that says, okay, I'm going to wait until things, crash, and then I'll figure it out then? Or are you going to start laying the foundation for your legacy now, and start putting yourself in a position to be able to win on the other end, and have some leverage? And we're going to talk about that today. So I have a presentation for y'all. Let's just see. Okay. And let me, okay. And swap displays. There we go. All right. So let's talk about what no one else is telling you about the $10 trillion labor market, Chef. All right. Now, the the labor market is being re-engineered in real time. The biggest shift in modern workforce history isn't coming; it's already here, and almost nobody is preparing for it. So, my question to you is: are you watching this shift happen, or are you positioning yourself to profit from it? That you can let me know in the comments. I want to know where your thought process is, what your mindset is. All right. Let's talk about the $10 trillion reality: automation, augmentation, AI driven workflows. Over $10 trillion in labor costs will be restructured over the next few years. Not because companies want fewer people, but because companies want faster, more accurate, scalable execution. Human workers alone can't meet the demand, and AI workers and digital employees are stepping in. Okay. So let me ask you a question. And again, in the comments, let me know, where is the money flowing during a structural shift of this magnitude? Like, what industries, what technologies have you seen are flowing right now? Now, let's talk about the problem. Enterprises are failing at AI implementation. Fortune 1000 companies are trying to integrate AI, but they lack execution, they lack strategy and internal skill set. The result is layoffs, restructuring, skills gaps, massive inefficiency. this is where the opportunities are hiding. This is where I need you to be. Okay. Now, the gap no one is talking about. Businesses don't just need AI tools. They need AI workers, they need digital employees, they need autonomous agents, and they need human AI hybrid teams. Your opportunity is to provide what enterprise teams can't build fast enough. And not just for their internal staff and not just for their clients, but not just for their internal teams, but also for their clients, right? But then there are also other people who aren't even buying those enterprise products who also need the same support. So there's even more opportunity there than you can possibly think of. All right. Now, what does this mean for you? The rise of the next generation. And today we're talking about staffing, not a traditional staffing agency, but a human plus AI staffing firm that provides human talent, digital workers, hybrid workforce solutions, and ongoing AI management and optimization. This is where the money is moving. So, why this is the biggest wealth transfer in staffing history? So traditionally, staffing revenue versus AI revenue. When you think of traditional staffing revenue, you're talking about $500 to $200,000 per placement, depending on the placement type. So that placement could go up to 20,000. It could go up to 80,000, 100,000, depending on the role that you're placing. But depending more your low end, your tasks that are that are constantly being replaced over and over again, like your warehouse workers, your admins, your customer service, your data entry, different things like that. You're dealing with a low margin. Direct hire has the one-time fees. Where you have AI staffing, you can actually really, when you're replacing on the lower margin side, you could actually end up with a lot more with the AI staffing. If you do an AI worker deployment, right, you could do 5 to 15,000. If you have monthly retainers in place, and your margins will be a lot higher. Because naturally those, your workers, your AI digital workers don't take off of work and different things like that. I hate to say that, but it's very true. So you do have higher margins. You just more of managing and training your AI workers, right? And then you have that reoccurring revenue. So you could do 5 clients, that are on the AI staffing side, and it can change your entire financial direct trajectory. And for some people who are just getting started or who have been in a space, historically where they've had a hard time getting clients, placing humans, this is a great opportunity to reignite and to reignite your business and share, what you bringing to the table that's new. And that is giving companies an opportunity to choose between some type of human versus an AI digital worker. So that's just an opportunity that's on the table. But let's talk about what companies are actually buying, because they're not buying AI, right? They're buying outcomes, right? Businesses will pay for higher productivity, faster execution, happier customers, lower costs, around the clock performance. Digital workers help them grow without burning out their human team, right? So, what outcomes do you think you can deliver that businesses will pay 10 times more for based on everything that we talked about so far? I would love to hear in the comments. Let's have a conversation about it. Talk to me. All right. Now let's talk about something about the roles that you should be filling. So right now, AI customer support agents, sales development reps, appointment setters, data analysts, admin assistants. These are all AI type roles that companies are willing to pay for AI versus, not versus, but rather having the support. So like they're minimizing their human team, making sure that their human team understands how to use AI, how to manage AI, how to direct AI, how to think like AI, in the systems perspective. And then they're bringing on more agents to kind of handle that. So fewer humans, but managing the AI digital support, right? So that's very, very important for you to know. A lot of companies are going to be shifting to that model. So I want you to think about a niche that would be great for you. And I want to talk to you about how to pick a niche. You can pick a niche in 2 different ways, 2 main ways. There are many different ways, but 2 main ways. One, you could pick a niche based on your current job, right? Start with what you already know is probably your fastest path to success. The best niche is the job that you already do, right? Because you understand the work, you understand the pain points, you understand the workflows and the inefficiencies better than any outsider. And if you're doing a staffing agency and you already know that you're placing a certain type of people, you've already niched around a certain set of people, subset of people, then what is their role? What do they do? You already know. I niche my clients down to what's the very job title you're filling, right? But it's like, okay, what do you do? What's the work that's being done? If you and it's even as simple as down to a nurse. If you're a nurse, what's the work being done? What are the pain points? What are the workflows? What are the inefficiencies? And then how do we create a product, an AI product that will support some of those things to support the nurses even better, right? So anyway, how do you pick a niche based on your job? So if you currently work in HR, you can build an AI onboarding, screening, training, compliance agents. If you're in finance, you could do AI bookkeeping, AI APAR, payroll, reconciliation agents. If you're insurance, you can build AI claims processor, pre-auth agents, document bots. If you're in healthcare, you can build an AI intake, scheduling, following up, or charting agents. If you're in sales, you can build AI SDRs, appointment setters, follow-up agents. If you're in marketing, you can build AI content pipelines, repurposing bots, campaign automations. If you're in customer service, you can build AI support agents, ticket handlers, CX box. If you're in operations, you can build AI workflow automators, routing engines, and reporting agents. If you're in legal admin, you can build AI document processors, clause validators, or research bots. If you're in IT, you can build AI help desk agents, onboarding bots, troubleshooting intelligence, or cybersecurity. If you're in logistics, you can build AI scheduling, routing, inventory, shipping, and coordination bots. So you can build an AI, something for whatever work that you're doing. It doesn't really matter. Now, why it works, because you already speak the language, you already know the weak points, you already know what needs automation. You can build out any outsider in your lane, right? You already have the credibility, and you can outbuild. I apologize. The build out. You can outbuild any outsider in your lane, meaning that other people could try to come in and build for your industry, but they don't even do your job. So they're going to be building it from an outsider's perspective. You actually do the job. You actually do the work. Or you're actually placing the people who are doing the work, which means now you're leveraging their expertise to help you create something dynamic, right? You already have the credibility inside that space. You already know what people will pay for. Your job is your niche. Your experience is your advantage. So that's something that's very, very important to think about when you're talking about, okay, what am I going to do with this AI stuff? Now, you can also, if you don't want to do your job or jobs that you're staffing, you also have the micro vertical niches, which are like outside niche gold mines. Because when you start thinking about the nichification of AI, you've got to think about small markets, big profits, zero competition. If you want to build outside your job, these niches are exploding with demand because they are fragmented, understaffed, admin heavy, and they're slow to adopt to tech. They're also desperate for automation, and they're willing to pay premium prices. These are all amazing reasons why you might want to step out and build your AI technology in a different niche, like a high value micro vertical niche, like real estate agents and brokerage, mortgage brokers and loan officers, insurance agencies, dental offices, eye care clinics, med spas, home service companies like HVAC, plumbing and roofing, auto repair shops, fitness studios and private gyms, independent hotels and boutique hospitality, property management companies as well, private practice doctors, CPA, bookkeeping firms, small law firms, local logistics providers, construction subcontractors, remodeling contractors, childcare centers, and learning academies. Like, you could actually build a product to support any of these niche markets, because again, these niche markets have heavy admin, high demand. They'll pay for convenience. They'll pay for, different things like that. It's very, very important to think about that. Okay. Why micro verticals are gold mine? They have the budget. They have massive admin workload. I'm just repeating myself. They don't have internal AI people. Okay. They make buying decisions very quickly. All right. They need automation yesterday. AI can remove 30 to 70% of their workflow. All right. And you become their AI person overnight. So the vertical AI equals the strongest positioning in the market. You're not selling AI tools, you're building the operating system for the entire business. So as you can see, you really have two pathways from that perspective. You can either start out and build your AI products based on either the work that you do, the work that you're placing for your agency, if you have a staffing agency, or you can tap into a whole totally different vertical and support that vertical. And hopefully, that if you have a staffing agency, that vertical relates to whatever you're doing in your business. So, really, really cool stuff. Give me 1 second. I want to just make sure I don't have any comments or anything like that. Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure. Like this video. If you do me a favor, if you have questions, you can definitely throw them in the chat. But definitely like this video, okay, and share. Okay, perfect. So let's go back through. We talked about why micro verticals are a gold mine. We talked about the reasons that that they are a great place for you to position yourself in their space, in their market, right? It'll give you the strongest positioning as someone building out AI. And then let's just talk about the human side of things. Laid off experts are your secret weapon. There is gold in the talent flood, right? You've got people who are experienced, you've got people who are trained, who are professional, who are proven. You can absolutely help them repackage their expertise, turn it into an AI powered service, deploy them inside your agency model, build your hybrid teams around your AI workers. This is how you rebuild value and create opportunity. This is how you define yourself as a newer type of staffing agency, as a new age agency, as you're the next level. You're become the pioneer of what the new type of staffing agency is going to be. Agencies are going to evolve. They have no choice, period. And so our job is to figure out, how do we position ourselves now appropriately to either be able to either ride to be the pioneer and to ride the wave on what someone else creates, or to be on the back end, as things are already evolving and trying to catch up. I want you to be on that front end creating and really positioning yourself as the next level leader. Okay. So why this isn't theory, right? This is an execution model. You're not waiting on technology to catch up. You're not waiting on corporations to figure it out. And you're not waiting for policy changes. The tools exist. The demand exists. The money is flowing. Your job is to step into the gap, period. Your job is to step into the gap. Okay. Now, how you actually build this. Now, there are 4 pathways to profiting from the $10 trillion labor market, Chef. Spend a lot of time trying to figure out, like, how do you do this? And there are 4 ways, and there are only 4 scalable ways, I would say, that are viable to build an AI-driven business that rides this disruption instead of getting ran over by the disruption. Your job is to choose the lane that fits your strengths and then execute. Okay. So lane number 1, AI agent workers. You can have AI workers that perform real business tasks. You can build small but powerful AI agents that act like digital workers, like customer service, lead qualification, appointment setting, research reporting, data summarization, admin tasks, social media, and content and support. Why this works: you build it once, you sell it over and over and over and over again. Businesses pay for the outcomes, not for the tools. And this is just a very general basis, but the first form is an AI digital worker. So you place human workers, and then you have an AI digital workers that you place for specific tasks that those companies would need support with, in addition to the people that they place. And hopefully some of those tasks will be tasks that are supporting the people that you're placing, so that it releases, or it gives them more time to do the work that they really need to do. It will open up more finances for more people being placed, and the things that are repetitive and different things like that. They'll be using your technology. Still, you're billing, but and them still paying you, but they'll be using your technology to help with those things. Okay, so you staff humans plus digital AI workers. Okay. Second is AI powered agencies. You can turn any agency into an AI enhanced high margin machine. Now, this is where you take a service business and you rebuild it with AI at the center. So, I'm going to give you some examples: AI powered consulting, AI content agencies, AI sales and outreach firms, AI recruiting and staffing, AI operations firms. Why this lane works: you deliver faster, you deliver more, you deliver with higher accuracy, and you keep more profit because AI is doing most of the heavy lifting. Okay. Now, I wanted to get into this a little bit more because I wanted to make sure that you see exactly how this looks. You're going to take a traditional service and rebuild it with AI, doing the majority of the work, giving you speed, scale, and margins traditional agencies can't touch. So, let me give you an example of like an AI recruiting and staffing. So, the traditional model, it's slow, manual, labor heavy, expensive. An AI power model, the AI sources the candidates. So you still have your company. You still are doing the slow, manual, labor heavy, expensive stuff, because we haven't transitioned out of that model. We'll still be in this model for at least the next 10, in my opinion, 10 to 15 years, if not longer, maybe even more. But the AI model is coming in very quickly. And because it's coming in, you can have an AI powered staffing agency where while you still do the traditional, you also have AI sourcers, right? Where AI go in and sources the candidates for you. Maybe the AI is going in and screening the resumes for you. Maybe AI is scheduling your interviews for you. Maybe AI is going to run the pre-screen calls. Maybe AI is going to build the submittal packets for you. Maybe AI will update the clients if it does, and maybe AI will, and then you oversee the quality and the strategy. Now look at that. That is pretty much your full business model, but it's AI powered. So you're managing these things, but you're making yourself move a lot faster. So when you get that job order from the employer and they say, I need 15 nurses in a rural area, then you're like, okay, cool, because you're going to go put your order in your AI platform, and then it's going to go out and source candidates in those rural areas and candidates who've been to the rural areas, and then bring them on in and help screen them, and they're going to be doing the work 10 times faster than what you're able to do that now, right? And then you'll be able to see your margins skyrocket. This is the fastest pathway to six-figure months. So this is more when you're building an AI powered agency, okay, versus just building digital workers. You can still have digital workers in your AI powered agency as well. We'll talk about mixing and matching at a later date, but you can do that. Oh my gosh, they're testing the fire again. So y'all got to bear with me. Then we also have full stack AI companies. Okay. Full stack AI companies are the most disruptive path, replacing entire functions, not just tasks. So a full stack AI company is coordinated. It's like a coordinated workforce of AI agents that takes over an entire business function, not just a job or a workflow or a department, but the whole entire operation. So let that kick in for a little second. So this is you not even saying I'm a staffing agency. This is you coming in and basically saying, oh, I'm going to take over. I'm going to disrupt everything essentially, right? This is not for my staffing agency owners to believe it or not, in my opinion, unless you just trying to take the whole model out. But a full stack AI company, again, is a coordinated workforce of AI agents that takes over an entire business function, not a job, not a workflow, not a department, but the whole operation. Let me give you a couple of examples. But I do want to tell you that this is the pathway where you stop supporting businesses and you start becoming the business. So this is the most disruptive. And what this actually means is that instead of replacing a paralegal, you replace the entire law firm plus the admin team with AI. Or instead of replacing a pharmacist, you replace the entire prescription management workflow with AI. Instead of replacing just one customer service rep, you replace the entire customer service center with AI. Or instead of helping a salesperson, you replace the entire sales development operation with AI. This is why it's the biggest disruption of the $10 trillion shift. You're not competing in the old system, you're building the new system. Woo. Okay, really big. Now, some examples of full stack AI companies. You would see an AI staffing firm, AI sales organization, AI bookkeeping company, AI compliance department, AI customer service operation, AI healthcare intake company, AI content production firm. And these aren't just enhanced versions of businesses. These are the next generation of businesses. Now, the last pathway, the fourth and final pathway, is the AI SaaS platforms. I should probably talk on beat, so it won't seem like I'm going in with this. The AI SaaS platform, software products that scale without human labor. So you can build AI powered SaaS platforms that generate like subscription revenues where you're doing scheduling plus automation or lead conversion or HR workforce or content generation or customer experience or task automation. Right. So why this lane works: subscription revenue, predictable growth, high scalability, and minimal overhead. This is the path to long-term wealth and eventual acquisition. And I'll tell you, with a SaaS platform, like a lot of the things that we talked about building in pathway 1, 2, and 3, you can turn those things actually into SaaS platforms. So they all kind of work together where you're able to really build out your tech empire. So the power of choosing your path, each pathway taps into a different slice of the $10 trillion shift. AI workers are your fastest deployment. AI agencies is your fastest to cash flow. Full stack AI companies is your biggest disruption. And then AI SaaS is your most scalable. So I want you to let us help you identify your sweet spot and build your first real revenue stream. Which pathway aligns with your strengths, resources, and desired lifestyle? Put it in the comments. I would love to know. And then I want to talk to you about my AI boot camp that's coming up. We have one. We already started selling tickets, and the tickets are selling out crazy fast. We have online and in-person 3-day boot camp to help you build out your AI product. If you've already started one, bring it with you. We can help you expand it. If you need to create one, we're going to do that there, because this boot camp is not information, it's execution. This is where you show up with an idea, even an unclear idea, and you leave with a functioning AI product and business model that's built in one of the 4 pathways. Either an AI agent worker, an AI powered agency, a full stack AI company, or AI SaaS platform. And this is going to be 3 days that you will not forget. We're going to dive into everything that we talked about today and so much more. And because the alarm is going off, I am not about to go through this. I'll come back live later on tonight and go back through some of these additional points. But I wanted to share these things with you. I do feel like these things are imperative. We're going to come back and talk about it. I can't deal with this alarm. We'll come back and talk about it. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today and dealing with this alarm.
Unleash your ideas like and subscribe. Unleash your ideas. Like and subscribe. Yeah, yeah. Got a spark in your soul, time to set it free. From your heart to the world, be who you're meant to be. Ideas ain't meant to just sit on the shelf. Bring them to life, be bold, be yourself. No more waiting, now's your chance. Turn that thought into a master plan. Click that bell, let's make it loud. Dreamers, doers, stand up proud. Unleash your ideas. Like and subscribe. Unleash your ideas. Like and subscribe. Show the world what you've got inside. Unleash your ideas. Unleash your ideas. You're one thought away from changing the game. One step closer to fortune and fame. Whether big, whether small, just begin. Every empire starts from within. Unleash your ideas. Like and subscribe. Unleash your ideas. Like and subscribe. If you're ready, let's go take the ride. Unleash your ideas. Unleash your ideas.